Welcome back to GCT, everyone. Today we're going to be doing a layout tour. So the big part of my channel is, the whole channel is going to be about gaming and model rareting. So I'm planning to post a gaming video on Thursday, and this video will come out today. It's a little late, it's quite a bit late because I've had some issues with uploading and camera and all that, but hopefully this one will work. Sundays is when I'm planning to do modeling, and Thursdays when I'm planning to do gaming. So let's jump into it. Alright, so we're down here at my train. I have just kind of memoir stuff as we lead into my layout here. So as you see, kind of panning out behind us here is my layout. But before we get there, I'm going to talk about my workbench. Now this is all the Flames of War stuff that you've already seen. So I'm going to skip over that, but I just have tools, everything you would expect for a workbench, for modeling purposes and all that. Here I'm at the Panzer Force. They're coming quite well. I have 2 almost done, practically done, and just have 3 more to go. That'll be next week's modeling video. Is what I'm planning. So as we move along here, now we're finally to the layout. This is my most finished section, and you'll see the most pictures on this channel and just in general will be from the layout when they're on this section, because it's quite a good section for pictures. I'll talk about the trees some other time. They're not my idea, they're somebody else's, and he very good stuff on his channel. It's called Ron's Trains and Things. Anyway, this is my lumber, not lumberyard, my logging company. It's up here on the top because I have this upper line here. This tape is only here because of I have not soldered it, and I was painting up here along the rock face, so I didn't want to get paint on the track, of course. And it keeps dust off while I'm not using it. Moving down here, this is my other finished section, is this section here. I need more trees. That's the only thing I'm needing on this. Now, as we look farther up here, you have the airport, which is not done at all, it's just painted. And then this is pretty much done. I would say this is done, except for some interior detailing they'll eventually do inside this. But let's talk about this real quick. This is the automotive plant. So this is supposed to be during the war. It's a small automotive company, just a little outlet type thing here. But they are producing M36s and M4A1s. So I looked for M4A3s, but at the time I bought the tanks, they did not have them for the price they had those. They do not sell either of those anymore, but I did see another one on there that was for $8.50 US dollars. That looked pretty good. Anyway, but I did not see any more M36s. So this engine, now you may say it's the 1960s if you're watching really closely. It is not. That is it's an SW 12,000, I believe, or maybe it's 120,000. It is a 1960 switcher, but I do not have a DCC engine that is a switcher for that time period. Now as we move down along here, we get to my bridge, and this is my only water area. So this is all ready to be poured. What I mean by poured is you pour stuff, it's like a plastic resin type thing that makes it look like water. So I have all the bottom painted, and this bridge is scratch built. It's made out of spare parts from an old bridge. I'll show you a trestle set that I just cut apart and used pieces from it, and then a lot of it is scratch built from pieces of wood. These are all real rocks. I will do sometime making a video about how I do my rocks with sifting and all sorts of stuff like that. This is what's really been holding me up for a little while, is because I've had bad grades here, so I'm trying to work on fixing that. It's coming slowly, but it'll come eventually. As we move to the yard, you see that we have these 3 tracks back here are all just my main yard. That's where most of my trains are. Now these 2 back here, I have a caboose track and a maintenance track with just maintenance. It's got a crane and then stuff for the crane. And then I have 2 engine tracks here. So far I just have 3 diesels. I could tell you what they are, but... Alright, so, yeah, we have this is going to be residential back here. But this is all gonna be like the main town. What I mean by that is this is where people come to shop. This is what brings people to the town, really, other than you know, the train industrial part of it. This is this is like Main Street right here. And then residential back here, as you can see these 3 houses there. I'll have more. Now a quick transition, you have to use a little bit of imagination, but this will all be prairie. We'll kind of transition quite quickly to prairie and then small town back in here. Now you may be asking, this scenery, it looks kind of sketchy. It is because this is from an old layout, and it's a bit like, just I tore everything off, and I didn't scrape it all off because I figured I could still use some of it, which I can on this bigger layout. So we have track, and that's all I've done to this, and put these tables on, and you can see some plaster filling in cracks. But other than that, I think that is about everything that there is to see down here, and back out for the outro. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I have a little bit to tell you before I do the standard like, comment, subscribe. Real quick, a subscriber shout out to Crystal Thress. Thank you so much for subscribing, and I hope you enjoy the videos. Now, real quick, if you were interested in model rareting and you want to learn more about it, and you're just interested in it altogether, of course, comment, and I will be happy to answer. I really want to get people interested in this and answer questions and help them. But moderator, if you have about $40, I think is when I checked last, maybe it's more, but I thought it was $40 for a subscription to moderator. For 85 years, they have been the best, in my opinion, moderator model train magazine out there. A lot of good tips and tricks, and for instance here he's just talking about making a realistic road, and believe me, they look very good. I mean, it looks like you just took a road and put it on your table. Now the other ones, I have the NMRA magazine, the National Moderators Association, puts out a magazine, and what the National Moderators Association is, the NMRA, it's kind of like a you know, as you would expect, you join it, and like, you know, you get magazines, and then the big thing is they have a every year. This year it's gonna be in Salt Lake City, Utah, a convention, big national convention that they have lots of just train stuff. It's like train heaven basically, and then they have a regional one. So whatever region in the U.S. particularly, but some in the world, there's regions of the world that they have, that you have a regional, which is like a smaller little convention that's normally a weekend, but still a lot of fun. I just have the one everybody gets, like the big overall one, in I'm in the southeastern region, so I get a one for my area. Now, talking about Walthers, this is a really good place to buy a lot of beginning stuff. It's a little more expensive, but they have lots of good stuff. So once you buy something, you get the Walthers flyer. I haven't bought anything for 6 months now, and I'm still getting them. So, very good thing, and that's Walthers, WALTHERS, Walthers.com. Lots of good, particularly like train sets. If you want to start and have everything there, they have a lot of good stuff on there. So yeah, check all those people out, and thanks again to this new subscriber. And I hope you guys have a wonderful